Good afternoon, everybody. Bruce City Rider here, out on the 88 Softail Custom, giving it a little exercise. It's a beautiful, hot, late summer day. It's in the upper 80s. And I thought I'd just talk a little bit about this Packer-Viking game on Sunday, and specifically the Clay Matthews non-penalty. As some of you know, I boycotted the NFL last season due to all the malarkey that was going on. You all know what I'm talking about. I thought I'd maybe start watching again this season. So I turned on the Packer-Bear game last week in the third quarter, and when I turned it on, it was 20-0 Bears, middle of the third quarter, and I was like, oh, screw this, and I was going to turn it off. But then they showed Aaron Rodgers getting ready to come in the game, and I found out that he went out with an injury, but that he was coming back in. So I thought, oh, I'll watch for a bit, see what happens. And as it turns out, it's one of the best comebacks in history at Lambeau Field. So then yesterday I turned the game on. How'd I luck out and get behind this guy? I turned the game on again in the third quarter. And turns out it's a very exciting game. Packers-Vikings have a great rivalry, and they're one of our most hated teams if you're a Packers fan. So anyway, Packers are in control most of the game, and all the game actually, and they're set to win the game. The Minnesota quarterback Kirk Cousins throws an interception with about a minute and a half to go, and as he's releasing the ball, Clay Matthews had hit him, and we intercept the ball. It should be game over, but they throw a penalty flag on Clay Matthews, and I gotta pull over and get away from this guy. This is painful. Okay, as I was saying, they throw a penalty flag on Clay Matthews for roughing the passer, and then they start to show replays of it. It was the worst call I believe I've ever seen, or at least that I can recall. This hit that Matthews put on Cousins was a textbook tackle, all within the rules, even the new rules. He hit him between the waist and the chest. He did not lift him up and drive into the ground. It was just a straight-on tackle, and as they were both going to the ground, Clay Matthews put his arms out and took weight off his own body so as not to drive Cousins into the ground. It was a thing of beauty. And this stupid ass referee calls a roughing the passer penalty. And then the NFL's got the gall to now defend this call. And say they're going to use it as a teaching moment. Are you frickin' kidding me? Wrong is wrong. A mistake is a mistake. I'm not saying referees are perfect, but that really was a no-brainer. Really, that referee should get fired, because basically it ends up costing the Packers the victory. and they had other opportunities to win the game. But anyway, it ends up in a tie when it should have been a victory for the Packers. This boob should be fired. I heard somebody, one of the experts, analysts, say that this referee was a Super Bowl referee. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't care. The guy is awfully confused at best. So poor Clay Matthews, he's just beside himself. If you didn't know, he had a roughing the passer last week against the Bears, but that was a stupid mistake on his part. That definitely was a late hit, and that was definitely a good penalty. So hopefully this doesn't mess him up too bad in the head. I think he's got to just continue on with the way he played in the Viking game, and just can't worry about these referees. Almost worse than the Packers ending up in a tie because of this boob referee's call was the fact that they're supporting the call and using it supposedly in a training film to distribute to the other teams. So once again, I'm real sour on the NFL. This time because of the league and not the players. So we'll see how this all shakes out. Hopefully they'll right the wrong. I mean, the Packers are still going to end up with a tie game. That's not going to change. But I would like to see them fess up and admit that it was a major mistake, costing a team a win. So anyway, I guess that's my rant for the day. Alright guys, I'm going to enjoy the rest of the day and the rest of my ride. Hope everybody's having a good day. Catch you on the next one. This is BCR signing out. Later guys. What a gorgeous, gorgeous day.